We're on Easy Street, and it feels so sweet, 'cause the world is but a treat when you're on Easy Street.
Welcome to the Easy Street Radio Show, hosted by Rob Scribner. Grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. This video is made possible by Ranger Rob Poopy Bags, available in Amazon right now. Hello everyone, this is Ranger Rob, and this is Easy Street. This is a half-hour podcast we do every week, which is syndicated on Good Talk Radio, and you can also see it on Spreaker and several other platforms. So, there's a video version of it, and then this is also an audio version. So, hi, how is everybody? So, question. Everybody realizes doom and gloom. So, lately, it's just incredible what the news is doing. So, recently, everybody's talking about asteroids. And then they have seemed to increase, and it does seem odd that we're suddenly hearing about all these asteroids going by, and then they're talking about this cluster stuff. And in September, we got some near misses, and there's supposed to be possibly a lot more action in that subject. And it's like, with all the stuff going on, and the media acting the way they are, you don't know if you should believe them or not. And then you got the COVID stuff, and they got everybody locked down. And it's like, some people are saying, is this all interrelated? Are they trying to keep everybody home? Because the COVID thing, the reports, if you really dig in, guys, I know some of you have strong beliefs. Oh, you should have a mask, and if you don't, you're going to kill someone and all that stuff. But really, all I ask you guys, read the research. And they're stretching the truth all the time. And so, and yes, I know that there's people that have gone through the COVID, and we're doing caregiving too, so we understand those are susceptible to it, and how it could hurt them, and they could actually kill them. But the real research and the real papers on all this stuff is not as gloom and doom as they're making out to be. And so why are they so extreme on all of this stuff? And then so I think this is my last podcast, because I think we're all gonna die. I'm pretty sure of it. Because we got asteroids coming. COVID's gonna wipe us out. They don't want to do school anymore. The kids are protesting that they don't want to go to school, yet they're at no threat. It's like, why are we empowering our kids that much? It's like, we're adults here. Adults should be in charge of our kids. The kids should not be making policies until they're over 18. I'm sorry. That's how I was brought up. All my friends, all my people, we all knew that the magical day was 18, and after that you start the adulting. But until then, the adults make the decisions. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but I don't care if you got a 5-year-old or a 16-year-old. The adults make the decisions. They're not ready for adulting. Once they're past 18, then your expectations should change. Then there's some that are over 18 that can't seem to even manage adulting. And up to, I swear, age 30. Before I forget, I always want to make sure everybody realizes we have the cute little Cinder and Belle here. They always follow me as I'm doing an Easy Street show. So, anyway, my shows lately have been about self-reliance. And sorry about the airplane, because whenever you do a live show, airplanes show up. And that's just the fact of doing this. If you ever start doing your own podcast, dogs will bark, horns will honk, and planes will go over every time. And the best ones are helicopters. They take forever to go away. So anyway, self-reliance is really what I've been talking about lately. And why? And it's because something odd's going on. It's not just one thing. And you guys realize it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or Democrat, okay? Let's get over that. Let's just call all of ourselves independent. By saying that, it's like, can we just get new candidates altogether? Because no matter what happens in election day, if we even have one, one side or the other is going to be upset. And one side wants to do extreme things with socialism, and the other side, half the population hates the person, so they take a personal dislike to that person. And so we'll have pure hell either way. So that's all there is to it. I am not, in fact, my sister-in-law is here, and she's, I guess you'd call a Democrat, but they're voting because they don't personally like someone. And it's like, guys, don't vote because you don't personally like someone. Ask yourself, what's the result of their decisions? Yeah, one can't speak real good and do speeches and stuff, but overall, is the policies they're creating good for Americans? If you think, we're seeing all the shortages, things are going on, and it's because of all this extremism, and it's going to be worse if we change it, because they're really pushing for all this socialist stuff and more government programs and higher taxes. And although it might be a different person that you like better, it's not necessarily going to be the policies and lifestyle that you're going to want. I really urge you to really look at all this turmoil coming out of 5 or 6 major cities. Ask yourself who's running those cities. And every one of them's a Democrat. So I'm asking you to maybe just don't look at the individual, because it'll drive you crazy. Look at whether they'll have policies and make decisions that are more American or patriotic or saved or the salvation of our country based off of our laws and our documents that make us America. And anyway, that's just food for thought. I'm not taking one side or the other. In my day, Democrats and Republicans got along great. There's some great policies over on that side. But now you just bring it up. Some of you guys probably listening to this show heard that I mentioned stay on the Republican side, and you're angry. You can't even hear what I'm saying. You won't even consider what I'm saying because of the hate. And I'm saying get beyond that. I don't necessarily like Biden, but I'm not so full of hate that I won't listen to everything or hear a debate about it. But if somebody brings up the other name, Trump, it's just shut down, hate, yell back, and call us racist or something. And it's like, both sides have good stuff. It's right now, it's the two people that are running is the problem. You got an old time politician that's been in for 40 years or better, and they're just used to coming in, being a puppet, and making money on the side. Well, the other one's already made his money and is a patriot. And yes, the personalities can just drive you crazy. Both of them can drive you crazy. I always tell people, can we just have some more choices? That's all I say. Anyway, I'm not bashing one or the other, but I am concerned that we're giving up more of our freedom and rights, and we can't keep telling the government to run all of our programs. The big things that are going to really bother you is taxes, food shortages, so many welfare programs that a lot of people will never have the incentive to work. The old ethics of putting in a good, honest 8-hour day is going away because everybody's being buffered, or, oh, their feelings are hurt, or whatever. It's like, grow up, or go take some adulting classes. Go learn how to balance a checkbook. I can't believe how many people, by the way, really don't balance their checkbooks. They just use a debit card, record them as they see them, and then they really just balance their account by looking at their bank account and saying, oh, I've got some money left. It's like, wow. Can't function like that, peoples. Can't do it. But yeah, doom and gloom. The end of the world. We got asteroids coming. We have earthquakes. China's getting devastated by earthquakes and flooding. And why does every plague seem to come out of China? And yet everybody says, we need to be nice to China. Well, wait a minute. Those poor people over there. Have you ever even looked at that? So let's get back to self-reliance, because we can get off on a tangent and everybody will be pissed off at me. And that's not really what I'm trying to do. What I want to do is, no matter what happens in November, we got some rough roads ahead because of the COVID. And I don't care what side, what party gets it, the COVID's still going to haunt us. And now there's like a shortage on cans, which means pop and certain pops and certain canned items and stuff like that are going to be hard to get. So really what I want to talk about is making sure you guys are constantly thinking about and preparing for having shortages. Because some of you guys have kids, and even if you're making a little money and you can't get some of your standard food things for babies or for kids, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And no, all of us do not want to switch over to being vegans. Or yeah, I mean, just I'm not opposed to it. I went vegan for a couple of months. I liked it. However, I still like meat protein, and so, but I did learn to use less of it. So a good balanced meal with us is no more than 4 ounces of meat with our dinner. And these people that go after, like, farming, evil people, and we kill animals to eat and stuff, and yeah, that's been going on for thousands of years. The trick is raising them humanely, clean, and finding good processes to do good farming. A lot of these homestead people are demonstrating really good techniques for repetitive farming. For example, people are utilizing their chickens to re-stimulate the soil and run a cycle where their animals will turn up the grounds and add their manure to it and do what they do, and then they move them and eventually turn those into gardens, and they're demonstrating good techniques for farming. Now, a lot of times our big time farmers that are doing thousands and thousands of acres are using techniques that are just straining the environment. And also the way that we're processing some of our cattle and pigs and chickens, there is better ways. We just have to keep practicing but not shut them down. We can't just shut them down. We have a food scenario, and we don't want to be reliant on other countries. Look at these dogs. They're having fun. So last week's show, I was like, why can't we live like chicken or dogs, where we just all get along? How, so do you look bad at a dog because they eat meat? They have to eat meat. Are they evil? So why is humans evil because we eat meat? Heck, if you look at the way some animals get their food, it's kind of hard to watch. It's like, so if a snake sneaks up on something and squeezes it to death, so we should get rid of all snakes? In my case, yeah, let's get rid of snakes. We just got to quit this judgment stuff, and we have to get serious about, one, is our country. Two, we got to tell the media to start showing us what's going on in the world besides three subjects. You get on the news, there's like three things they talk about. We'll talk about COVID, riots, and Trump. And that's it. Can you tell us that we have some serious issues going on over in the Mideast? What's going on with oil? What's going on with prices of oil? What's going on with the other countries that are butting heads? Because all that is important to know about, and yet the media just wants to stimulate us. They're all about ratings, and so they just want to push our buttons constantly. And I miss the days when it wasn't a world of pushing buttons. It was a world when they actually reported to us what was going on in the world without an opinion. And those days are so gone. And I still suggest to people to find some alternative news sources along with whatever you still watch, and get a blend of everything. Maybe sign up for the Blaze. Maybe listen to a little CNN and Fox, or sign up for some of these other alternative news things on YouTube. There's things going on in Israel and stuff like that. Some people have no idea that there was another explosion over in Iran, and there's like something weird going on over there, and yet our media just doesn't care. But if something gets set off over there, it affects all of us. I was like, come on, people, let's put on our big boy pants. Let's start realizing we have a great country. We have freedom. We can defend ourselves from the government. And look at China, look at Hong Kong, and realize how important that is. Our founders wanted us to be able to defend ourselves against a government that got too much overreach. That's why we have a Second Amendment. And then freedom of speech. We need to hear everybody's side, whether we like it or not. If you don't like what you're hearing, don't label that person. Turn the channel. That's how we used to do it in the old times. Turn the channel. Don't like what you're hearing? Turn the channel. But don't hate. Don't judge. Don't label. Just be human and try to realize we all need to exist together. This separate opinion is not evil. What's evil is someone who won't listen, set in their ways, won't look at different styles. It's kind of funny. I got this German Shepherd over here. She got this beautiful black coat, and it's kind of dusty over in this other place. So if you look at her now, you can't really see her in this camera, but I'll describe it. Half her body is brown, and she's black, which means she's been rolling in the dust. So every once in a while, I'll give her a little pat, say, "Hey, dog," and this big cloud of dust comes off of her. But I could get mad about it, but it's kind of funny. She's just having fun. But anyway, self-reliant. So, what are you doing about your water? What are you doing? Are you good shape if some reason you can't get water for a while? How are you doing on food? can you go a couple of weeks without certain products in the grocery stores? How about meat? If you are a meat eater, you got the freezer kind of set up good so you can kind of hang in there for a while. I don't foresee like grocery stores being bare. I think a lot of things like what we saw with toilet paper and cleaning items could happen again. And certain products, we have so many variety in things like Coca-Cola Company, because there's shortage on cans, don't know what the reason for that is. So they're pumping more of their main brands. So they have all these other kinds of little things, Coke Zero and all that. They're limiting what they're making on that and going with their top seller, which is the normal original Coke. And so there'll be shortages on those alternative kind of drinks and things like that, because the companies will go after their profits. They'll go for the main Coca-Cola is their profit. So step up that and reduce the others, which means there'll be shortages on certain types of like soft drinks that you guys like. That's just one example. But when it comes to like other products, like companies that make different kinds of beans, maybe we won't be able to get refried beans anymore because people don't buy as many refried beans as regular beans. So we'll have a shortage on that because of cans. Cause and effect. I guess the big thing is I am seeing so many more people getting on board, realizing that maybe we should take care of ourselves a little bit. You guys have seen I've made a big change in my life. Got away from the city, self-reliant, less population, a community that's more Americana, you might say, more patriots, you might say, are here, and you'll feel a real family, a connection in a smaller environment like we're in. And we have our radicals too, but they're kind of calmer here because people open carry here. And so they're more respectful. So that's okay. They hear the other sides or all this other protesting goes on. It's okay to have that when it's peaceful. But when it's getting into rioting and getting in people's face, it doesn't happen here. Because you can harass somebody in some of those cities and stuff, but here they'll like get in your face and say stop, and if they don't, they'll take you out. Not kill, but I mean just people can debate here and not kill each other. How's that sound? The other thing, guys, we gotta make sure that we start coming back and supporting our police department. The media is just giving us stories of that'll give them ratings, but we have a lot of really good people in our fire departments, in our police department, our ICE, border patrol. These guys really care about our country. They love our country. And so yes, they get 1 or 2% bad apples. And so media just picks up on that because that stimulates their ratings. They don't care that the story may actually cause hurt for the other 98% of police officers, ICE agents, border patrol, EMT, trauma people. Those are some really good people that actually care about individual people. And a lot of times they don't care what color you are, what sexual orientation you are. They just care for that particular person right then and there to make sure that they can survive whatever trauma they're going through. That takes quite a person. Nurses, there's another one. Doctors. Doctors, sometimes they're more motivated by money. But nurses, oh my gosh, people. Teachers. I don't know about teachers. It's kind of a weird world out there about teachers. There's some great teachers. And they just teach because they love to teach and love children and help help people. And there's others, I don't know why they're in there. But anyway, but they, I guess teachers too, they would have their 2 or 3% of bad apples. So of course the media will just talk about the bad apples. And so we all think teachers are evil, or we all think police are evil and stuff. It's like, no, they're great people. I ask you, could you stand in their shoes? And especially with this atmosphere we've created for them, we need to bring that back and fix it. So the silent majority we talk about, I talked about it before. No longer be silent. You need to step up. I know you're afraid. I know you're concerned how it will affect your family and your job. But in your subtle ways, you need to stand up and say, no more. No more of knocking down statues. No more of not looking back at our history. No more of this labeling people. And it's not really the individuals. If you really, I know a lot of you people will walk around and we go and we see some really nice and great people. The people are not doing this. The media is, and our politicians. They're dividing us, yet when you're on ground level, you'll find that we're not that divided, but some are influenced. Some people are following like lemmings. But others, they're being individuals. That's what we're saying. Be a patriot. Be your own. Be self-reliant. Don't let other people, how to word this, don't let other people make up your mind. Don't be a follower. Be a leader. Be a independent person and ask yourself, what's best for my family? What's best for the country? And take a look at the other countries and ask yourself, do you really want to live like China? Do you really want to live like Venezuela? Do you really want to live like some of these insane countries? Really look at it. Do you want to live like that? Where you're more of just a lemming, a follower, you do your job, do what the government tells you, and we'll give you a ticket to go get some free food. Do you want to live like that? Or do you want freedom? You want choice? You want to enjoy your life and enjoy your country, enjoy the all the things your country can offer you under your decisions and not others? Do you really want social status where one person, because they have a bad opinion and stuff, means they can't get credit or buy a house and they have to live at a poverty level, where others, because you follow the government and you're a good little soldier, you'll be able to get a car and get better foods and go to better restaurants? That's the kind of lifestyle you want? I guess there may be some people who like that. That's awful. Unfortunately, most of you folks will not qualify for the high standards of what communism will give you. So you'll be living just like the rest of us. So guys, just ranting and talking and loving and not labeling us. We just need to be self-reliant and think for ourselves. And step up, throw away these prejudices and just be an individual and ask yourself, how do you want to live as a country? And don't get wrapped up in this media crap and politician crap. Because every politician, I don't care what you think about, they're all thinking about elections. So they'll say anything and try to get you mad at each other. Go beyond that. Look at the facts. Dig in. Find out more about these food shortages. Read the articles that they will never tell you on the main media. Be an American. Be a patriot. Be a community person. And understand everybody's going to have different opinions. We can live together. So guys, have a great day. Please take the time to like and subscribe to our channel. Share it. Leave your comments below. Be professional. We love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you very much for watching our video. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. Thanks.